Pile in, including this young fella. It is his birthday. Who's having a better day than that guy? Starts with Yandy Diaz right at the top, a guy who can get on base with the best of them, and a guy who swung the bat well.
Played good defense lately. Hernandez starts in left field. He was in right last night.
Ahead of the Rays after their Bo Bichette-led win last night as Bo drove in. Back into the home whites today, and again with Julian Merriweather working as
the opener here this afternoon, and he is learned about just an hour before game time. Things like 23. You have a couple of bad innings in that ERA gets inflated, but he's got great stuff. And a former Platinum Glove winner at third.
And a fastball grounded into
in the game, and you mentioned he only strikes out about 10% of the time, so he'll put more than that fastball was, and Julian's going to have to locate the four-seamer better than that.
With a broken hamate bone, broken bone in his hand. Just 20 with the Rays. This is year one. And even when healthy, Buck, he's been good, but
a special player. Switch hitter with great tools. He runs well. Very low start. He's just 4 for 12. And like you mentioned, he did not start in the game.
And Merriweather obviously get through at least a full inning. But if this inning goes a long way and it gets down to up in the bullpen, and this is where it gets a little bit tricky. The idea is they don't want White during the inning. That one's not hit hard. Start the game with back-to-back singles.
That looked like a changeup as right field, and Yandy Diaz easily goes first to third, so the Rays are threatening
to start at first base today. And as we talked about last guy, he is 10 for 26, a 385 average in his very just upstairs, a ball and a strike.
You know, it's not really a big deal for a reliever to find out just before the game.
Fastball and a rough in because he was pitching at the bottom of the first inning, obviously. But when they played the national anthems before the game, Richards 1-2. Up and away.
He's like Aranda. And you can't throw it over the heart of the plate. They'll put the bat on the ball. And this is obviously
2 innings, 2 scoreless innings. And you talked about the slider, Buck, and the importance of that. Just with nobody out. And a changeup gets him
there. He throws it with four-seam spin, and he gets it to move down and away.
He is DHing today. Hits a ground ball to third. To second one. Rosarena runs very well, and the call on the field is
a challenge, I believe, in this first inning, just in case that might overturn it. And John's key was safe, and I don't know if they're going to appeal this one. You can see the foot on the bag before the ball.
As the Blue Jays, Buck, the last homestand, the visiting team has scored first. 8 in a row.
Swept. Rosarena is going to run in this at bat.
There he goes. Pitch taken, and a double clutch by Jansen. Couldn't get it.
Do a lot of things to help you win a game. He beat out the double play that could have ended the inning. That
swing and a miss at a changeup, and it's 1-2 now on day of the bullpen. John Schneider on a number of levels, hoping that Merriweather can end it here. And it's popped up. Score 1 in the top of the first. Guy who's been doing a lot of the heavy lifting recently is Bo Bichette. His September.
He has been with the Texas Rangers, the Boston Red Sox, and now with the changeup and slider.
There's the fastball. Throws that change at the bottom of the first. Lined and into right field.
These two teams are just going to trade punches throughout the course of these next 4 games.
Yeah.
Fastball reflects the fact that the Blue Jays are thinking you got to stay up the middle opposite field against swing. That pitch is inside. And then to your point about worrying about the
down balls to the pull side. There's the first change of the afternoon. At bats last night, had a single and a double in 5 at bats Sunday in Arlington. So. And another changeup.
In the bat. He's not changing up from any velocity of a fastball because he hasn't thrown one yet.
And a ground ball down to third.
Well, I tell you can hear Vladdy holler safe when he hit the bag at first base. And he was hustling there, and he knows who's batting behind him.
So a man on for
play, and you can see Vladdy goes down and gets it. And look at the effort to to beat it out at moment.
So Springer got 2 fastballs. Vladdy got 3 change. And he went around, says we're.
Yeah, it's a very good changeup, and Christian Bethancourt, the catcher, behind there looking at.
And a fastball swung up. It makes that fastball velocity play up a little bit, right?
Yeah, and you've got the changeup on your mind, and you're telling.
Up the middle, a ground ball to shovel to the bag for 1, and the Rays. And through an inning, it's 1-0 Rays. And I get a baseball as well. Mitch White is into the game here in the second.
Mitch is.
The right fielder hitting .295 on the season. And misses just. Slider in there. White's first 3 added to the roster as the 29th man today. Vladdy over for a look, but no set intensity and effort. That he can repeat his delivery more, better, and he can locate better. And they agree, Buck, on the things that Mitch White has to do. And that's another one right there. An attack with it.
Yeah, that's when a hitter is most vulnerable, when he's got 2 strikes on him. So be aggressive. Number 1 pitch.
Aggressive with number 1 on the first pitch to Christian Bethancourt zone as well.
Yeah, and you know what? Hitting is hard, and I think because of all the information, when you hear, well,
this with a 2-strike slider, the hitter gets more comfortable, and obviously the momentum swings more.
We used to laugh during some of our meetings.
And a fly ball down the left field line, and it'll be a double for Bethancourt.
Over in the alley in left center. He has no chance to make a play on this ball. And
so now Taylor Walls first pitch out. Again, as White comes in after Merriweather went an inning, so he a slider down and away from
in your lineup. He's hitting 200. You've got a good fastball. Make a good pitch with your fastball.
Threw him a slider down the right field line.
As a pitcher, you should be more aggressive to those guys. They're down there for a reason. I mean,
there's one there, but he missed outside. Ball 2. That he'll still get the velo there. Fastball, and he beat him there.
Here's another reason, because if you're going to throw 90% effort just to repeat your ability, why wouldn't you do it every day? Why wouldn't you?
And he got him. Strikes him out on a slide. On Sportsnet and Sportsnet Now. Blue Jays with a leadoff base hit, but eventually a double play ball to win the bottom of the first. Double for Siri. 1 down.
Jays have been very good hitting early in the counts, especially lately.
Fielders on the team being more comfortable or familiar in right than they are in left. George Springer, of course, when he's not in center, he's in right. Jackie Bradley Jr. played all 3 for the Blue Jays. Bobbled at third, and again.
It'll be just his 5th error of the season. We've got 2 of the better fielding third basemen in America. In and kicks off the heel of his glove, and when he goes to grab it a second time, it can't.
And that fastball.
Had a long offer against Tampa Bay, snapped last night when he got that bloop base hit.
So comfortable with it, he'll throw it in quote-unquote fastball counts. Not that they're
most effective when you throw it when you're behind as a pitcher, because you, just like you said, you laid it.
Fastball there, and it's foul.
Major league pitcher can be effective with basically 2 pitches. If you locate.
And 1 and 2. And the Rays, like they so often do, they make trades for guys you haven't.
For $1,000.
And he gets Chapman swinging. 2 Denson.
Has an interesting schedule. They just finished up playing the Braves, and now they're going to play the Padres for 2.
The easiest schedule, though. Padres a tough team, obviously, but by far the easiest schedule of the. And the error will be left aboard. 1-0 Rays at the end of 2.